The heavy iron gates of Lawang Sewu don't just keep people out, they seem to hold the humid simmering air captive. To the locals, it is the building of 1,000 doors. To Bram, a skeptical freelance photographer, it was just a relic of Dutch colonial ambition, and the sun dipped below the horizon. Bram had bribed a security guard to let him stay past closing. He wanted the blue hour light hitting the stained glass of the main hall. But as the shadows lengthened, the atmosphere shifted, the air grew thick, smelling of rusted iron and stagnant water. His footsteps echoed too loudly. Every time he stopped to check his camera, a phantom footstep would tap behind him just once. Click tap. Just the building settling, he whispered, though the stone walls felt less like a structure and more like a ribcage. Driven by a mix of dread and professional curiosity, Bram headed toward the basement. During World War II, this area had been converted by the Kempate into a detention center. As he descended, his flashlight beam struggled against a darkness that felt physical. The floor was slick with shallow, dark water. He aimed his lens at a row of cells. In the viewfinder, he saw it, a woman in a tattered white kabaya, her hair draped like a shroud over her face. She wasn't standing in the water. She was hovering just an inch above it. Bram froze. He pulled his eyes away from the camera. The space was empty, but when he looked back through the digital screen, she was closer. A low, rhythmic thumping began to vibrate through the floorboards. It sounded like boots, many boots. From the end of the long arched corridor, a column of figures emerged. They wore charred Dutch uniforms, their brass buttons glinting in the dark. But where their collars ended, there was only void. The headless soldiers marched in perfect, terrifying silence, their translucent bodies passing through the heavy wooden doors as if they were mist. The temperature plummeted. Bram's breath came out in white plumes. He tried to turn back, but the 1,000 doors played a trick on his mind. Every hallway looked identical. Every door he opened led to another identical corridor of peeling white paint and haunting symmetry. He ran, his heavy boots splashing through the basement water. He reached the spiral staircase, but a hand cold as a grave clamped onto his ankle. He looked down. The woman in the white kabaya was clawing her way out of the floor, her face a hollow mask of grief. Bram kicked free and scrambled up the stairs, bursting through the main exit just as the clock struck midnight. He didn't stop until he reached the glowing streetlights of the city. The next morning, Bram checked his memory card. Every photo was corrupted, except for one. It was a shot of the empty basement corridor. In the reflection of the standing water, he could see himself, and standing directly behind him, a dozen translucent hands were reaching for his throat.